Welcome to Deep Hikes. My name is Deborah. We're gonna go ahead and do what we do here. We're gonna read the cards. We're gonna talk to Spirit. I hope you're well. I'm glad that you're here. Let's get a card from the Halloween Oracle. I'm a Halloween baby, an October baby. It's always a little dark in my world. It's always fall in my world. What season is it for you? So on the bottom of the deck we have midnight, talking about it being dark. It's the summer, the height of summer, midnight. We have Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. This is what happens after the phoenix burns. This is the rebirth, the renewal. There's a fragrance to it. It's what we do in our mind. With midnight, this is a night garden. This is growing flowers in the dark. The darkness of your heart and in your mind. This is really beautiful, actually. In midnight, here, it's the most magical hour of all. The 12. Think of the Hanged Man of Neptune. Something that's hidden, of course, is the Skull of Flowers, the flowers of the mind, the garden in the heart, the garden that no one sees. That's really beautiful. Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. It's brave. It's brave to burn. There's a poem from D.H. Lawrence called Elemental. Look it up. So we have throat chakra coming out here. How do we express ourselves to other people? Allowance is on the bottom of the deck. And I think that those of us who go through life-changing experiences and really experience the fullness of it, the births and deaths of life, these cycles through time, we have many rites of passage through our journey. And there are deaths to our old ways of being, deaths of relationships, of our parents, of our friends, brothers and sisters, children, animals, relationships. It changes us, and it can make us feel alone. And speaking about it is challenging, and allowing ourselves to speak about it. This is card 9, the Hermit. You know, the Hermit is very wise. And he's alone and quiet. That's a quiet energy, a meditative energy, as well as the Hanged Man energy with midnight, with the 12. With Neptune, it's hidden, it's ephemeral, it's not something, it's in the deepest recesses of our being. How do we express that? Even if we wanted to, because I don't feel like it's something that isn't being allowed. I feel like it's something that you are wanting to do, you know, wanting to speak, and maybe not to everyone, but to someone that can understand you. It's really hard to find. With the throat chakra, a friend of mine, I was talking to him, and he's told me many things that I have just found really profound. And that was, we say things not because we need others to hear them, but just because they need to be said. And it's true, like, we need to speak our truth somehow about our experiences, and they're not always going to be heard or understood by others. They need to be spoken. That's important for you. but I think that you are going to be heard. But with this allowance, I'm thinking of restrictions are going to be lifted from you and your world. Whatever difficulties that you've had in finding and relating to other people is over. Whatever it is found in the dark. At midnight, it's found in the dark. Of course, I'm talking about those restrictions. We have the clock here, time of Saturn. Those restrictions, because Saturn requires that you go through time, you must wait. You must go through time. You can't speed it up. You must have the experience. But it's over. Whatever it is finishing. And with the Skull of Flowers, it's death. It's death and the rebirth here. That's really, really beautiful. It makes me really excited, actually. All right. Where are we going to go? Let's get Lenormand, actually. I have the Dreaming Way Lenormand, which I think is appropriate here. Let's get a couple of cards from Lenormand. Love the way these cards fly. Ooh, we didn't ask for all that many. Whew. So the first card that came out is Whips. Here. And the flippers, we have the cross and the birds. So it's a painful ending to something. And the birds talk about chatter, about speaking, but these are higher spiritual truths. She's moving. These two are moving, changing homes. Their home is where they are. Home on the mind, creating a home. Oh, you could be creating a home. Very painful ending here. This cross, no crown. You must suffer the pain of change, of life. Seven of Diamonds, which is the Seven of Earth, the Seven of Discs. New growth, watching something grow, something new grow. This flowers on your mind. This is exceptional energy. I admire you, whatever you've experienced, whatever you've gone through, the way that you've handled it has been correct. And it's like the universe recognizes that, and then it opens. Doors are opening, wheels are turning, change is happening. There's new growth. I'm gonna get a card from the Phantom pack because I'd like to see what's hidden about the past, please. And then we'll move into tarot. What's hidden in the past? The insects. This card reminds me of the Lover's card, of a difficult choice, a difficult decision, two ways to go. There was a choice. Choice has been made. One has to be let go. You've had to let something go to move forward with something else. No matter what that is. If it's people, if it's a place, if it's work, ways of being. The insects, I think of insections, insects, you know, things that have been separate, that's been hidden. Had to make painful choice. Let's go to the Thoth deck. I'd like to let's discover a little bit, explore a little bit about the throat chakra and about what it is that you're wanting to express. This color here is blue. The energy is blue. Blue is cool. It's calm. I don't know, when I think about energy for myself, when I think about life force and chi, creating that energy, it's always blue. About created, are there any blue flowers, forget-me-nots, blue flowers? But whatever it is that you want to speak, it's like crystal clear. It sounds good. It's musical. It's expressed beautifully. Whew. The Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords reversed. Not wanting to hide your pain anymore. This is not avoiding difficulty. Speaking your truth. Seven of Swords is futility. I mean, it's talked about before. The Seven of Swords makes a sound. It's like chimes, wind chimes. It's beautiful sound in my mind that I hear. But here it's you want to speak your truth about the difficulties that you've experienced, and you don't want to hide it, because you can create something beautiful with it. You have created something beautiful with it, which is yourself, your soul, your spirit, your mind, together. Maybe you're writing music, creating something. You have the Five of Discs. This is past energy. I'm going to get 3 cards. So on the bottom of the deck we have strength, lust here. This is your new passion, your newfound passion. So we have the Four of Cups, the Five of Swords reversed, and the Hanged Man reversed. You're hesitant. You're very hesitant to share what it is you've experienced in the underworld, this underworld cycle that you've been in, because you feel like it might kind of be pointless. That's what I was saying about what my friend had said to me that changed my outlook about speaking, because we feel like when we speak, no one's listening or no one cares. Fuck them, it doesn't matter. Spirit hears, you hear. It's not that we speak because we want others to hear us. We speak because we need to speak. Say what you need to say. Give it life. Give it the life. It needs to be spoken, and that's how we create things. First there was the word. You speak it to life. So I'm saying, like, this underlying energy of the Strength card, of the lust. This is being passionate about whatever it is that you're doing. These are your flowers, your skull of flowers that you're creating through the ashes, because she's on fucking fire. This is card of Leo. Burning, passionate, lighting up the night. Creating a sun to create a whole new universe. Probably made this card 11. A new eon. Adjustment. Burning with life. Through any difficulty, through any pain. Facing our pain bravely. no matter what. Let's get an animal energy. Let's get an animal energy and we'll go back to the thought deck to clarify. We have the cobra. You're unapproachable, you know, this allowance card here. How can you expect to be heard or anyone to listen or to hear you if you're poised to strike at any moment, defensive? There's danger here, but I feel like I want to ask you as well, are you sovereign? Or are you a viper, a cobra that's kept? And you sing to the tune to someone else. They play a tune and you kind of like rise up to them. Are you there for someone's amusement? Is that what you walked away from? Is that what you burned from? If that makes sense. You know, when we think about cobras, they're kept in baskets and they play a tune and they come up, you know. Okay, let's talk about this cobra. The Two of Swords reversed tried to flip over. Talk to me, Cobra. What are you hiding? So we have the universe reversed, the Nine of Swords, and the Wheel. Fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear at being at the beck and call of fate. I feel. Of course, it's a snake, and we'll talk about that shedding skin, that change in the darkness. Wanting to appear strong. Vicious. With this cobra energy, but not really knowing how it's going to end. The Nine of Swords is a beautiful energy because it's about recognizing and realizing our fears when we wake up in the dark, midnight. It's that most magical hour, and we can recognize that it's a gift. It's a gift. The wheel. The wheel weaves as the wheel will. Mars and Gemini, your speech, you know, you'll tear somebody apart with your speech. So saying this blue energy of the throat chakra is 5, this is Hierophant, Taurian energy, you know. Can you be, I don't want to say something like a good leader, spiritual leader, or a bad spiritual leader, not that you're trying to be a spiritual leader, but when you speak about spiritual experiences and you want to share that with other people, what are your motives? Is it for control? Do you want to have control? Or is it just because you want to help others? There was a time in my life when I really needed help, and there were very, very few people that were speaking about anything that I could relate to and helped me help myself. And I'm thankful for those very few, one person. Okay. You know, the sun here, the sun is on the bottom of the deck. And this victory. Like, all I just see is someone who has worked really hard to come out of something. Let's see what you had to do. What have you been working on? I guess I guess it doesn't matter how you come through it, you know? It's that you do. There's a quote from Stephen King that I like, and he says that, you know, I don't remember word for word, but the thing about hell is that when you're going through it, you know, you either come out the other side or you don't, and you've come out of the other side. So let's see what you want to, what more about this speech then, this throat chakra. What are your ideas? What are these flowers in your mind, these midnight flowers? Six of Discs, and the Princess of Discs. You're building something. You're creating something. You're gardening in matter, in life. You're bringing something to life. You know what it is to be helped, and you know how to help. You've been helped in the past, and now you're going to be able to help others. You know, when you needed help, someone helped you, and you helped yourself. And now you're in a better position and situation to where you can share that and help others. And it has to do with your speech. It's really beautiful. So we have the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Queen of Discs on the bottom. Sorry, my phone keeps on. Anyway, this is about having emotional reservoirs, an endless emotional fountain that you're able to move and create to help you with really difficult, heavy burdens. This isn't easy, whatever it is that you've been through and what you're wanting to do. It's going to be challenging. It's heavy. This isn't light. With the Four of Discs reversed, the Moon, Neptunian energy that I was talking about, letting go and just going there with it. You've got to somehow you've got to swim with direction. I want to say the Prince of Discs reversed came out. It can be scary when you enter into Neptune's world, when you enter into this moon energy. This moon has the Scorpion, this 8th house energy of this sting. One of the higher octaves of Scorpio is the snake, and beyond that it's the eagle, or hawk, whatever you would, anyway. I'm going to say it's about progression through this 8th house energy. You could have prominent placements in the 8th house. Mars, could have Mars in the 8th. The danger of Scorpio, the scorpion, is that it stings itself. You know, the scorpionic energy is like a backbiter. goes into winter, cold, that midnight energy. I don't know what this means to you, trying to find it. But it makes you unstable. It's going to knock you off. This is like not, this is a home. Four of Discs reversed with the King of Discs both being reversed with this moon. It's like not having a home. Being evicted from your home, losing your home somehow. And it leaves you really, really, really unstable. So you're having to grow, build your home anew. That's what I was saying. This bird has the home on the head, tied to its head wherever it goes. Tom Waits, anywhere lay my head, I'm gonna call my home. What do you want? Let's use the Crow Tarot. What do you want? So the Five of Swords reversed and the Seven of Wands both reversed. Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You want peace. There's been difficulty and ending of arguments and having to fight with others. There's been great challenges with other people. And I get the feeling of like pettiness. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. You've been fighting the world, fighting against other people. I feel like you're really tired. I feel that in my fucking soul, you know. This Two of Swords, it's like, you're like, can I get a minute? Can I just get a fucking minute? Maybe that's what you're not saying. You need a minute. That allowance, you know. You're like, to the gods, y'all gonna give me some rest? How many fucking challenges are you gonna throw my way? I feel that. King of Wands. Seven of Swords reversed again. This is bravely facing your difficulties. Because the King of Wands doesn't sneak away in the night. No, he faces all of his darkness. He has the crowned, victorious. He knows death. This Sun King knows death. He is not afraid of death. No cross, no crown. He's done the cross. And if you understand me when I say that, or you wouldn't be here listening. That red rose, the pure has turned red. Blood. Pain. It's always about pain. And not escaping it, not sneaking away from it in our mind. Because we do that to ourselves when we don't face ourselves. You have your victory here. You have your worth. So we have the Nine of Wands and the King of Swords. Justice on the bottom. This is you, strong in your truth, speaking it, daring a motherfucker. Just daring a motherfucker. Learned, experienced, bloodied, but unbeaten. That I'm the captain of my ship, I'm the master of my soul. My head is bloodied but unbowed. captain, my captain. Fearless. Crowned, you're crowned. You've made the cross and now you're crowned. But you can help others. And you should. You should speak your truth, whatever it is. What is the truth that you want to speak? What is the truth that needs to be spoken? We have priest. It's interesting. I was talking about that 5, that Hierophant here that needs to be spoken. The Hierophant is, card 5 is, excuse me, is the priest. You can help people heal by sharing your story. Gift. Your words are the gift. Helping them is the gift. Just sharing it is the gift. Giving it life is the gift. Giving. So we have cheerfulness and enemy. You're always going to have people hate your happiness. Hate it. Hated it. They're going to hate it. And they're going to watch you. They're going to talk about you. They'll plot against you. They'll hide. Don't let these types, don't let this fact that people like this exist stop you from sharing, from speaking. Do it cheerfully, gladly. Speak your truth. There will be those who listen. Maybe it's 1 or 2. Raise your glass together with them, even if it's from afar. Whatever you have to share, it's really beautiful. I'd like to hear it. Close with the sister. Fertility. It's like the Empress down there. Let me get one more. With the flowers. Whatever you put your hand to, your mind to, will grow. The universe is proud of you. Spirit is proud of you. I feel like there's a time and place for this energy. It's needed. We need to stand up for ourselves, protect ourselves, and let others know, don't fuck with me. But now isn't the time for that. Now is the time to deflate a little bit. Because what flowers want to grow in this energy? You'll only grow thorns that you get caught in when you're full of this. Defense, allow yourself. It's like you not allowing yourself either. Let's get one more, sister. May we have one more, please? I know that you want to have one more lady come out here because I can feel it. Just like women taking forever. Oh, maybe I should pick it. Yeah, abundance and good fortune. Saying whatever you put your hand to will grow. You'll be in abundance because you found the way, you found the path between the pillars, the path straight up. The path that leads to victory. This has been a really beautiful reading. Thank you. Allow yourself to speak.